Hello, everyone. This is Choices, um, book Phantom Agent, Chapter 4. The Doctor is in. So, yeah, book The Phantom Agent, Chapter 4 is titled The Doctor is in. France. The next morning, you and Callum make your way to La Hospital de Richelieu. Don't know how to say that. One last time, are you absolutely sure this is the place, Vivian? The architect's code led us here, and the code doesn't lie, Kua, or is it Agent Jones? Sorry, still figuring out the etiquette for the person in the chair role. Person in the chair? Yeah, like the cool techie who helps spies in the movies. I should add it's a very cushy chair. This mobile ops center is amazing. I'm glad you're enjoying Gaia's resources so far, and Kua is fine. Approaching the building, nothing seems out of order so far, but we thought the same last night. Callum touches the spot on his head where the masked man hit him, and you patched him up. Don't worry, I got my eyes on this guy today. Everything looks good to Nellie too. Nellie? Looking up, you spot a circular, polished robot hovering just above the hospital's parking lot. You named your drone? She's more than a drone. She's the next evolution in surveillance tech. I poured my own blood, sweat, and tears into her. As if to punctuate her necessity, Nellie zooms closer, beeping excitedly. Callum glances sidelong at you. A pleasure to meet you, Nellie. I'm glad you have our backs. Just to be clear, Nellie doesn't talk. I'm not sure if that's like a thing here, Gaia? Talking robots? Probably, but Nellie doesn't need to talk to be awesome. If the architect's assassin shows up again, Nellie can make sure he doesn't escape. Or tail our target while we regroup. The possibilities are interesting. I'm glad you decided to join us, Vivian. Every spy needs a handy-dandy drone, right? Word of advice? Spies don't usually use the spy word. Roger, got it. That word is now scrubbed from my vocab. Just then, Nellie flickers overhead, before turning completely invisible. Stealth mode activated. Nellie's moving into position. Now I just need you to find the server room and patch me with the USB drive I gave you. Once I'm hardwired in, I'll set up my firewalls. If the architect even thinks about hacking in, I'll know. Got it. You wouldn't have to know where the server room's at, would you? No, you'll need blueprints to figure that out. The one I got from the public records are from the 80s and don't have a server room label. A room like that's bound to have Titan security too. I bet we'll need his keycard as well. Blueprints and a keycard? How hard could it be? Once inside, you and Callum head for the main hallway beyond the front desk. A nurse glances up as you approach. If you're patient, I'll need you to wait in line with the rest. Good things we're not patient, Mr. You lean in to better take a look at his name tag. Mr. Lou Bellerose? Only staff are permitted behind these doors, and I don't recognize either of you. Badges? But we are staff. I have a patient. No badge, no access. Those are the rules. Don't sweat it. Natalie found a locker room to your left. Maybe you can find a badge there. I probably left it in the locker room again. I'll go take a look. Nurse Lou raises an eyebrow as you retreat from the front desk and into the locker room. The room is gloriously empty. You breathe a sigh of relief. Good call, Nellie. The staff's bound to have left some extra scrubs in here. You rummage through the lockers and Callum pilfers a set of scrubs in his size, topping them off with a white coat. Callum, I've always had a thing for nurses. Doctor, look at the coat. You stifle a laugh at his serious expression. It's so easy to get a rise out of you. And it's so easy for you to fool around. Hurry up and find a disguise. Yes, doctor. Every locker you try is empty until you pull a stained janitorial outfit from the one in the corner. Not the most glamorous disguise, but it gets the job done. Callum frowns and extracts a pair of clean scrubs from his locker, complete with a doctor's coat. Why don't you match me and blend in as a doctor? You'd raise less suspicion this way. Like I could pass up the chance to wear a fancy lab coat. Rolling his eyes, Callum hands you the disguise and you change. Okay, how do I look? You turn right and left, giving Callum a full view of the scrubs and coat. He watches with raised eyebrows. Pretty good. I almost buy that you're a real doctor. Who's to say I wasn't one before I became a phantom? You're right. You certainly have that overinflated ego handled. Admit it, you find it charming. You and Callum return to the lobby and try to sneak past Lou again. His eyes narrow as you pass. Nice try, but I still can't let you pass without the proper ID. Callum lifts the one attached to his coat, expertly placing his thumb over the picture. Looks like I left mine in my locker, after all. You slip your hand into your coat pocket and pull out the ID badge inside. See? Everything checks out. Lou studies you carefully, his eyes lingering on your lithe form. Your shoulders fill out that coat rather well, Doctor. It's as if this coat belongs to me, 'cause it does, though I could remove it if you prefer. He flushes slightly, but still doesn't let you pass. Get moving, for all we know the architect's already inside the hospital systems by now. You study Lou's posture. You can sense you just need a little more to convince him. Lou, we really need to get by, but after work, how about I buy you a drink? I suppose it has been a while since I've been on a date. I'll be sure to make it extra special then. Smooth. You have it eating out of the palm of your hand. Don't encourage him. Lou's focus is completely on you. He smiles and nods toward the hallway. I'll think about it. Meet me back here at the end of my shift? I'll be counting down the minutes. You and Callum slip through the doors and further inside the hospital. Callum grabs an unused clipboard as you pass an empty room. You really will flirt with anyone, won't you? Jealous? I am not. He totally is. Nellie's heat sensors are picking up a flush. Let's just focus on getting the keycard and blueprints. Try the surgeon's lounge for the keycard and the records room for the blueprints. 2 objectives, 2 agents. Shall we part ways? I'll get the keycard from the surgeon's lounge. Then I'll go get the blueprints. Keep your comm open and be careful. Careful is my middle name. You veer off from Callum and find your way to the surgeon's lounge. Inside, you notice a group of doctors deep in conversation. I told my latest consul he only had a broken ankle, but he was convinced he had cancer. What a fool. That's silly, but there was an episode in Dr. Power once where the broken bone led to a discovery of bone cancer. Please, that show is hardly scientific. Lighten up. Dr. Power's incisions are super-powered. What surgeon could say they pass up a magic hand? The first doctor scoffs, turning to the coffee machine. The second sits at the table, pulling out a book. The last starts scrolling through her phone. Nellie found a keycard on all of them. You just had to pick the perfect mark. As you approach the timid, nerdy doctor, you notice an anatomy book on the table in front of him, open to a page on the chest. Maybe I should brush up on the cardiovascular system again once I'm done with my shift. Cardiovascular system, huh? I can help you study. The surgeon looks up at you and blinks a few times as if drifting back to reality. Oh, are you prepping for rounds too? I still get confused between the superior and inferior vena cava. I don't think I can take Dr. Troy yelling at me in front of everyone again. Between you and me, Dr. Troy is a total tool. I wouldn't take it personally. You clap him on the shoulder good-naturedly, feeling him relax beneath your touch as you run your finger down the page, drawing his eye. Ah, yes, there it is. See, the superior comes from the top, while the inferior comes from the bottom. Easy. Your other hand dips into the pocket of his coat, easily slipping the keycard up your sleeve. Wow, no one has ever explained it so simply before. What can I say? I got a knack. Come find me later if you need more help. With a keycard in hand, Vivian's voice echoes through your earpiece as you exit the lounge. Smooth. Always. How'd you do, Callum? Better than you. I've been waiting outside the server room for 10 minutes. Aw, you were waiting for little old me. Don't fret, I'm on my way. You follow Callum's directions and meets him outside the server room. You nod toward the closed door. You swipe the keycard and step inside. Server towers line the walls as far as the eye can see, whirring quietly. I need you to find the main terminal. You should be able to use a USB to patch me in there. How are we supposed to know which one's the main terminal? You wander around the room searching. Your eyes land on a tower taller than the rest. There's one thing I learned in life. When in doubt, go for the big one. You retrieve Vivian's oddly shaped USB drive from your pocket. Let's hope this works. You plug in the USB drive. Red error messages flood the computer screen as soon as the duct connects. Vivian, the server is having a meltdown. Is that good? Great, Ashley. My Quack Alert system is installing. I'm bypassing the hospital's firewalls and infiltrating their system as we speak. TLDR, I'll be able to see and control everything. And I mean everything. Medication doses, oxygen levels, locked doors, even the thermostat. Are you sure you should have access to all of this? Chill, this is all for surveillance in case the architect tries to get in. In a matter of moments, everything's electronic in this hospital will be under the control of one Miss Vivian Lopez. Vivian, I wish I had that power. The two of you should not be encouraging each other. Jones doesn't need to learn how to hack too. You forgot he would need actual computer skills for that. Ouch, you two are fishes. Once Vivian's program finishes installing, the error messages disappear from the computer monitor. Assuming control. Heh, I've always wanted to say that. Any sign of the architect? That's a negative. I think it's just a waiting game at this point. No use sticking around here. Let's check out the rest of the building. Just as you shut the door behind you, a guard rounds a corner, headed straight for you. Oh no, I met that guard earlier. It wasn't a pleasant encounter. I'm guessing our disguises won't make as much sense in front of a server room. I'm not willing to take that chance. Callum whips you around, pressing you against the wall as the guard approaches. Then his lips are on yours, his hand sliding up your waist. Ooh. As the shock wears off, you give in to the kiss. Callum's lips are soft yet demanding against yours as he grips your hips. The guard sighs and shakes his head as he moves along. Even as he disappears, you can't help but pull Callum flush against your body. Deep in the kiss, you gently tug his bottom lip between your teeth, causing him to gasp. Kua. His tongue darts across your lip and you sigh, relishing the way his lips move around the vowels of your name. You each grow lost in the other's hold, his hand searing a path along your skin. Callum. His name is just a whisper on your lips, a promise, a yearning, a desire for more. As quickly as he started it, Callum moves away. He smooths his coat, refusing to meet your gaze. Thanks for going along with that. It seems to have worked. That was a welcome surprise. Maybe we should do it again, you know, in case the guard returns. Quick joking around. Who says I'm joking? I couldn't let a single guard jeopardize the mission. I don't know, that seemed a little extra convincing to me. Will you stop looking at me like... Just then a loud alarm blares through the hospital. What the? All around you, doors slam and lock into place. Doctors and nurses shout as they scramble through the halls. Code blue, we got a code blue. My tablet froze. Who shut the patient's ventilator off? Vivian, explain. I swear it's not me. The system booted me out. I'm sending Nellie to investigate. As you process Vivian's words, the hospital's alarm suddenly cuts off. For a moment, there's just eerie silence. Then, every computer monitor's television screen and phone flickers to life with the same image, a figure in shadow, his figure and voice distorted. Greetings. As you must have guessed by now, I have infiltrated every system at La Hospital de... The architect, he's here. Patients who are dependent on these systems are already crashing and will soon die. My terms are simple. Wire me 15 million euros in cryptocurrency or say your goodbyes to every patient in this hospital. You have 2 hours. Damn it, how do you outmaneuver us? Oh, and to the guided agents listening to this, yes, I know you're there, and I know you've discovered my calling card. Your efforts are futile. You will regret it if you try to stop me. The video cuts off at the machine's power down. It takes a minute before the backup generator kicks in, casting the hospital in dim light. Nellie's hooked up to the backup generator now, but she can't hold it long. This mug bastard. How's he one step ahead? We had him locked out. I'm sorry, this is my fault. No, it's not. You did everything you could. We simply underestimated him. Maybe there's something we missed in the server room. I don't know how else he'd get this kind of access. Then back we go. You and Callum hurry back down the hall just as a familiar masked assassin runs out. We meet again, phantoms. I always love a reunion. Can I at least get a name this time? You can call me the contractor, but I'm afraid I don't have time for chit-chat today. The man launches a small round object at you and smoke fills the hallway. The contractor disappears from view. I lost eyes on him. He's getting away again. That doesn't matter now. Every patient will die if we don't figure out what he did to the servers. Callum sprints into the server room. Before you can follow, a nurse stumbles into the hallway, looking frazzled. Doctor, oh thank God, we need you right away. We have a patient bleeding out in the ICU. If we don't operate now, he's going to die. You look between the nurse and the server room. Callum's voice crackles through your comms. Go, save the patient. I'll work with Vivian to investigate the server room. Nurse, I can help. Take me to him. The nurse looks relieved. The two of you rush to the patient's room in the ICU. Where you find Nurse Lou applying pressure to the patient's leg. He looks up in surprise as you approach the bed. I found a doctor, Lou. He was the only one available. I suppose beggars can't be choosers. Are you sure you can handle this, doctor? Lou, you can trust me. I'm a doctor after all. I've taken care of plenty of gunshot wounds in my time. This is old hat for a veteran like me. Okay, what do you need? You take quick stock of the bullet wound and realize the wound is shallow enough. You flash back to all the times you've done this to yourself. Looks like a standard gunshot wound, but the bullet is lodged in the artery, blocking blood flow. Do you concur? Do I what? Do you concur, Nurse Lou? Yes, I concur. Then hand me the forceps. Forceps? Why? His eyes narrow, watching you carefully. It's fine, take your time. Just a man bleeding out in front of us, that's all. Lou hesitates, but hands you the tool. Time to save a life. You get to work on the patient, easily removing the fragments of bullet. Lou watches in awe. Wow, you have really steady hands. It comes in handy for the job. Like, for all the times you had to remove bullet wounds during cyber attacks? You should see what happens when I go after the guy behind the attack. Lou watches you carefully as you finish removing the bullet pieces. It doesn't take long for you to clean and stitch up the site. There we go. Can you handle things from here? My skills are needed elsewhere. Go, and thank you. You hurry to the server room. Callum types away at the main terminal while Vivian gives instruction over comms. Good, you're here. Look what I found. Ah, lovely. A gift from our contractor? It would appear it's some kind of device connected to the terminal. It must be how the architect booted me out. I won't be able to regain control unless we disable this thing. Listen to me very carefully. Disconnect the wires in the following order: red, blue, then green. Dare I ask what happens if I don't do it right? My bet's on some kind of trap. You lean over the hardware, your hands hovering over the wires as you recall the order. Red. You reach out and cut the red wire first. Okay, nothing's smoking, so I guess that was right. Blue. You take a deep breath, then cut the blue wire. Make that 2 in a row. The green wire. You cut the final green wire with ease. Callum removes the disconnected piece of hardware, then slips it into his pocket for later. And to think you were worried. You've given me reason in the past. I'm glad your memory is not lacking today. Oh, I have access to the server network again. Give me a second and I should be able to. The main power suddenly floods the hospital, and you hear relief cries from nurses, doctors, and patients down the hall. That did it, Vivian. The power is back. And without paying a single euro to the architect. Sorry we lost the contractor again. I looked, but it's like he vanished. Nellie didn't pick him up at all. I'm sure it's not the last we've seen of him. We'll be ready next time. Outside the server room, you and Callum watch the relief hospital workers attend to their patients. He gives you a nod. Not bad, Jones. Maybe you aren't a useless partner after all. You're just realizing that? What about last night, when I chased the contractor through Paris? You mean when you let him escape? Seems to be an ongoing theme in the city. Can we get reassigned already? Perhaps the third time will be the charm. I should let Gaia know our target has moved on, though. Callum makes over the exit, software and Nellie following behind. You stretch, reaching up to turn your comm off. When someone pulls you into an empty room. What the? I know what's going on here. You do? He stands toe to toe with you, eyes ablaze. You glance at the door, making sure no one can hear. I know you're not a doctor. You might have saved that patient's life, but your methods weren't by the book. I can see you're very observant. That's something I always liked in a man. Stop bullshitting me. I want the truth. Just who the hell are you? I'm not a doctor, but the truth is dangerous. The people I'm involved with, my enemies, if you knew too much, it could mean your life. Just know the hospital is safe. Now. Wait, so you're the reason why everything's back to normal? Why our patients are alive? I really can't say more than that, Lou, but yes. Slowly, Lou's expression softens, the fire goes out of him, and he pulls you into an embrace. So not only did you save that patient, but you saved the entire hospital? You're incredible. It's not anything special, it's all in the day's work, you know. He steps back, trailing a seductive finger along your arm. A coy smile plays along his mouth. My, it sounds like you could use a moment to relax and be appreciated. You might be right. Saving hospitals is very tiring work, after all. He cups the back of your neck and pulls you into a long, searing kiss. His lips are soft and pliant beneath yours, the invitation clear. There's a lot more where that came from, if you're interested. More kisses specifically, or did you have another form of appreciation in mind? You saved so many people today. I just want to show my thanks, whatever way you want. What do? Hook up with Nurse Lou. Who am I to deny you the chance to say thanks? I was hoping you'd say that. His hands cups her cheek, and he reels you in for another kiss. Your tongue flips over his bottom lip as he sighs. You're amazing at sewing stitches and saving the day. Of course your kiss leaves you wanting more, much more. Don't sell yourself short. You're quite talented yourself. His hands grip down your back, grip your hips, and pull you against him. Through his scrubs, you can feel how much he wants you. Oh. A smirk spreads across your face, and you tug at his waistband, releasing it with a sharp snap. You should get these off. Care to help? I want to remove your clothes myself. Please do. You take your time lifting his shirt, skimming your lips over his stomach as you go. As you drop the fabric to the floor, a moan escapes his lips in anticipation. Oh, you like to drag things out, huh? I like to make it worth your while, yes. You dart your tongue along the hard lines of his abs, the tip skimming across his navel. He groans as you pause above the waistline of his scrubs. You're killing me. Don't worry, I always deliver. You slide loose pants down his legs, your fingers grazing his hips as you free his skin at last. There you are. How do I look? You lean back, taking in the smooth curves of his lips, hips, his flushed skin. Exquisite. He laughs, running a hand down your chest. When his fingers reach your trousers, they hook it to the fabric at your waist. But what about you? I'm getting to that. Meeting Lou's gaze, you slip off your doctor's coat, followed by your shirt. Lou's breath hitches as his eyes rake over your newly bared chest. His hands are already reaching to help. So this is the real you. No disguise necessary. He splays a hand across your chest, as if wanting to feel all of you. His kiss is fierce as he finally frees you from the rest of your clothes. I prefer this side. You take him by the hips, guiding him onto your lap. I agree, I'd rather like having nothing between us. You tilt his face towards yours for a kiss, and he melts into your touch. Lou's fingers flutter along your thighs, his nails just barely scraping your skin. Tell me, Lou, what do you most desire? With a smirk, you push him onto the bed, then cover his body with yours. What do you think I desire? His hands slip over the small of your back, gripping your rear. You struggle for control as you sit back on your heels, looking down at him. I want to know about you. When you touch yourself right here, what do you dream about? His back arches into you as your hand plays between his thighs. Oh God. For instance, I dream about tasting every part of you. That sounds amazing. You dip your head to replace your hand between his thighs. He gasps as your breath tickles against his skin. Oh. A sigh escapes him as your lips just barely graze his skin. One hand comes to rest on your head, the other finding purchase in the sheets. So eager. You lower your mouth, relishing in the sound he makes. God, yes. As you work him, his hips rise to meet you, and his nails scrape your scalp. His breath turns shallow, and his throat bobs as he swallows. I can't take much more of this. Meaning, tell me what you want. I need you. You pause your administrations, making him groan. He bucks his hips in impatience. Please, I need more. I did say anything you desire, but how to give it to you? I think I'll take you right now. Let you have your way with me. Since you've been so good to me, I think you deserve to have exactly what you want. You lean back against the bed as he climbs on top of you. He aligns his hip with yours, bringing your bodies together in one fluid motion. Oh God. Yes, that's it. As you move against each other, your bodies find a rhythm. You're lost in the sensation of it all. Eyes closed, hands roaming. This is what you wanted? And more. The feel of him brings you right to the edge and your breath turns ragged, your toes curling until finally... Yes. The two of you collapse on the bed together, completely spent. Wow, that was... wow. I tend to get that reaction from men. Once you've collected your breath, you steal another lingering kiss, then roll off the bed and put your clothes back on. Leaving so soon? Sadly, duty calls. I have a mission to complete. Well, if your mission happens to take you through Paris again, you know where to find me. Very tempting. I wouldn't mind more of this. Do you think we'll ever meet again? Probably not. It's best if you didn't. But maybe you'll join me, he said. Oh, I'll see you there, alright? Leaning down, you give him one final searing kiss. Then, until we next meet, you give him one last wink and head out. You find Callum waiting for you outside the hospital, his arms crossed. Where have you been? Gaia needs your report too. Well, Nurse Lou wanted to say thank you. He was very eager to show his gratitude. Wait, you don't mean... oh God. You see a flash of emotion on Callum's face. Irritation, jealousy, but his voice is steady and practiced. You missed a button, third one down. Heh, so I did. You deftly rebutton the top of your shirt, thinking of Lou's fingers doing the opposite just moments ago. Callum sighs, shaking his head. Let's just get back to the safe house. Later that day, you and Callum return to the Paris safe house. Vivian jumps from her seat as the two of you enter. Today was so cool. I mean, not the part where patients started crashing and nearly died, but the rest of it. Is this how you always feel? A little. Congrats on completing your first official mission, Vivian. A lot of people are alive because of you. Callum hands Vivian the hardware you recovered from the server room. Vivian turns it over in her hand with wide, sparkling eyes. I hoped you could tell us more about this. Oh my god, this is just what I needed. It's the missing piece. To what exactly? This is how the architect was getting past all my defenses like they were nothing, which you know they're not. He doesn't just use digital bugs, but physical ones too. I was only able to tear down his digital override once you disabled the sucker. Interesting, so that's what this contractor does for him. He plants the architect's hardware. I wonder if the architect left more of these behind. This can help us identify the architect. Look, I'm good, but not that good. This isn't enough to tell us who he is. But I can trace something else with it. Vivian hooks the bug up to her computer and hits a few keystrokes. As she works, Nellie buzzes around her until Vivian bolts upright. We've got something. The manufacturer of this hardware has been located. Seriously? Who is it? This little bug has some key components that all points to one person, and only that person. Vivian pulls up a picture of a man on her screen. You and Callum skim the information. What can you tell us about him? This is Malcolm Reed, businessman, entrepreneur, and all-around sketchy guy. Plenty of offshore accounts centered in one location. Well done. Pack a swimsuit, everyone. Looks like we're taking a trip to the Cayman Islands.